Alrighty, welcome back to the SANDCAST, your favorite place to sit and listen about volleyball. Today we got a special episode. We got the Desert Queens, who were the Snow Dogs. Is that what our nicknames are?
Yeah,
but
we're the Snow Dogs, and you've evolved to the Desert Queens.
Yeah, regional evolutions.
You guys were killing it overseas in the snow game, and now you went to Qatar and took home the gold. For the four-man, I don't even know what you guys were doing out there, so we're going to have to talk about it. But it looked really fun.
It was super fun.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. And we thought we'd do it on a really hot day. It's about 95 degrees in the studio today.
Just keep you in your home environment.
Right.
Exactly.
Keep you trained.
This is home.
You're
This is where
Doha
it's
away
at.
from Doha.
Yeah.
There is no Doha. That was so intense.
You guys are the official extreme environment players for our national team. We just go to all the events where it's like, normal temperatures and both cold and hot ranges.
Yeah,
Send you guys out there.
What was Russia?
Russia was like 20 degrees.
20 degrees, but it felt like negative.
It was cold.
And then this
so
was like
cold.
96, and
Maybe
it felt
you guys are
like
just, the queens of
120.
weird.
Yeah.
Any
Queens
weird
of weird.
volleyball event, sign you guys up.
Yeah.
It got
Honestly,
weird.
Just say yes to it all.
On and off the court, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, give us kind of a rundown of like what this fours thing was, because I don't think a lot of people knew that it was like. So it was an event like the first of its kind. It was like the World Beach Games, which is because I think most people like keeping up didn't realize that there were other events there. So it was kind of like a weird pseudo Olympics, and you guys were there to play fours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it was like the World Beach Games, ANOC. Did we ever figure out what ANOC stands for?
Not off the top of my head.
Probably something super good and descriptive.
Right.
I guess it was supposed to be in San Diego, and then for whatever reason, they moved it to Doha, Qatar. So
Oh, that was the same event.
Yeah.
same event.
Got it.
So the private funding for San Diego fell through.
Right.
Okay.
And so Doha is evidently not short on money.
Correct.
No.
Not at all.
Take it.
Yeah, so it was like a mini Olympics, but kind of like you're saying, Queens of Weird. Like, we were probably the least weird sport there. There was like
Yeah.
sand
They had,
karate.
like, sand karate.
No way.
Sand wrestling.
Water skiing. Yeah. Wrestling in the sand, which is kind of wild to me. Had handball too, which I thought was epic.
Which
And,
the best rule was.
if you do a 360, it's double points.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like scoring into the net. It was epic.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're
Also,
not joking.
shout out to Beach Handball. They train in LA, so
Yeah.
we made friends, and we're
They
all
train in Redondo.
gonna go train with them.
Yeah.
Open invite to you guys too.
Phenomenal athletes.
Sweet.
Oh, totally. For
That's
sure.
a gnarly sport.
It is.
Anyone who
Yeah.
can perform something athletic on the sand has to be a pretty good
Pretty
athlete.
good. Yeah.
And but
Exactly.
for us, we're like in a little box, so we're not like running too far. They're like running full court. It's like playing full
Yeah.
court basketball, but in sand.
In the sand.
And there was 3-on-3 basketball there
There
too, right?
was.
Not in the sand.
Not in the sand.
Yeah, we don't know where they played, but it was there.
It was
Oh,
there. I
3
never
on
saw
3?
it though. I saw like
No.
the athletes, but
Do we know
Yeah.
anybody who played in that? Because the U.S. could put a badass 3-on-3 basketball team together.
right.
I don't know. They had it at the Pan Am Games too,
Okay.
and I guess they like won there. So I don't know if we won. I don't think we won in
I don't
Doha.
think we did.
I doubt it was like an
Yeah.
NBA team or players.
Yeah, 'cause as
They'd
the,
have to pay
as
them a
the
lot.
season's about to start,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
LeBron
It's
like,
out
hey,
there,
listen,
Kyrie's
yeah.
out there.
Yeah, totally. Then you know that Qatar's dropping some serious oil money. That's insane.
But you guys are your world champs.
Yeah.
Congrats. I mean, you ended last year in Moscow. You ended this year. Maybe we don't know. We don't know what events are going to come up between
Yeah, you
now and
never
December.
know. Never
You ended
know.
this year 4-on-4 world champs. Kind of a cool way to end the year. Just a little bit different.
Yeah, kind of. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, I think like I feel like this year is still bookended by that like Moscow trip, because that was
Yeah.
kind of the origination of the snow team.
Right.
So it's like looking back just 12 months, it was like, how did we get roped into all these strange,
Right.
amazing
It's
country
crazy.
trips and all these like different environments? But basically, USA keeps emailing and we keep saying yes.
yeah.
So
Every time it's like, yep,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
I know. I'm like, I'm definitely done for the year until they send out an email in a week and are
Yeah.
like, do you guys want to go to, Azerbaijan? Probably say yeah.
Most likely.
I remember last year when I was talking to you before you went for the snow trip in Moscow. You were like, because Katie asked you to play NORCECA, and you were like, fine. And then she's like, and then you're like, do you want to play snow volleyball in Russia? And you're like, hell yeah.
Right,
I feel
yeah.
like you're just like, anything that's a little bit different, you're like, absolutely.
Yeah, I think she like pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I'm like, well, they're gonna pay for us to go to cool places, and if we can keep winning, like, let's do it.
Is that kind of the main motivation right now? Just 'cause obviously it's not paying out yet. Maybe it is. So maybe either you just want to travel and have fun, get reps, or maybe you're seeing something that you want to invest your time into. Because obviously you guys are the ones getting the emails now because you guys are performing for USA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of a little bit of both, or what's the motivation for you guys?
I think it's like a little bit of everything. I mean, like obviously travel is awesome. We like our whole group loves traveling, and getting the reps, and it's just so freaking fun. Like we have so much fun playing all together. So yeah. And we could like actually see it potentially becoming something like 2026. They say like could potentially be an Olympic sport for snow volleyball. We'll see.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, first of all, I'm not getting any emails, so I'm a little bummed there.
A little butthurt.
Everyone looks like they're having a lot of fun.
I think it's below your pay grade.
I wouldn't.
It's a sweet spot. You want to be just below World Tour.
I wouldn't be able to go, but I want the email.
Yeah,
You
I
still
know,
want
right?
the invite.
Yeah.
Just to be
What the
like,
hell?
okay, they thought of me.
My friends out
Tell
there.
Sean no.
All these exactly. But no, at USA Volleyball, I mean, the fact that they're flying everyone out, they're flying out Phil Noyes, who's, I don't know what his title is, but, they're investing money
Undefeated
into
World
it.
Tour coach now.
Yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
much the greatest coach of all time if you look at records. But they're investing into it. You can tell. And like you guys were saying, Jamie Davis, the CEO of USA Volleyball, was out there for snow volley. Brazil is flying out Giba, like their greatest indoor player ever.
And Marcio, who's like a silver medalist.
Marcio. Dude.
And the women's team that we played was
In Brazil.
Barbara,
Yeah.
Fernanda, Rebecca, who just qualified for Tokyo, Juliana.
I didn't realize that was.
So we got four Brazilian. Yeah.
Smashed
Yeah, like
them
you
in
guys were
finals,
supposed
too.
to lose.
To be fair,
On
they
paper.
absolutely dunked on us
Yeah.
in pool play.
In pool play. It was,
So
You were just
Just saying,
saying,
like,
we're 1-1.
But like,
Dangle
yeah,
the carrot.
exactly. We're like, but yeah.
Yeah, so even just playing against them was like, oh my god, I love you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Secretly,
obsessed with
like,
watching
oh
all
my
of you.
gosh, you guys are my idols. It's fine.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what else is crazy is, if you think about it, so none of those women made the Olympics, right? Because Brazil's qualification period is over already.
No, Rebecca did.
Rebecca and
I think
Patricia
Rebecca did.
Oh, they were both there?
Just Rebecca.
Did it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was setting.
Ah, I got it. Okay. Well, I was just thinking maybe like some of the players are looking forward, like, oh wow, we're not the Olympians for Brazil. We're on the tail end of our careers. Maybe we transition into this.
Yeah.
I feel like people are seeing like some serious value in this.
The other
like, People
avenues.
want to
Oh, yeah,
invest time into
definitely.
it, but like no one has really like come out with like, this is what the sport is and what it's gonna become. Or at least I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Right.
Carissa, you've played like every version of the sport. Like you played King of the Court, right? In
Yep.
Hawaii. And
Yeah, you played that one too, right?
Not the one in Hawaii. But
Huntington,
in
though.
Huntington.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
so you've both done King of the Court. You've now both done fours. You've done snow, and you've done
Played in the 6-man.
normal, and you've done six
Six
man.
man.
Have we done grass?
Yes.
I've not.
I love a good
we'll-
grass
we'll
tournament. No, it's
Awesome.
on bucket list.
Okay.
Yeah.
What version of the sport do you think is like going to last? Because I don't think like
What about
seven are gonna
one-on-one?
make it.
Some
Wallace.
Wallace.
I would
That
be,
would be
in. I'd be in for about 7 minutes till my heart gave out.
Nope.
They gotta make the court smaller. Yeah. Short
Yeah. I mean, I think right now it's just like they're almost doing the like spaghetti, like throw everything at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah.
Just kind of in the name of growing the sport, which I don't know if you can get like big name players, like some of the Brazilians are buying in. Like Europe's got a lot of good teams, at least for
Right,
snow.
yeah.
Like they're pretty
For sure,
stacked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't tell which is the most fun to watch. They're all so fun to play.
They're all so fun to play.
yeah. What's your favorite?
To play, I think snow volleyball is just like so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just different environment. I would say that'd
Just
be
3-on-3 too, so
Yeah.
different numbers.
right. But 4v4 was awesome too. So it's, I don't know, hard to say.
It sounds so fun.
Yeah,
It was.
I mean, I want to play in the snow. It sounds so weird.
it was.
But I think fours beach especially with that crew that they just had out there.
Right.
Riley used to be my setter in college, and
Oh.
I'd come in the middle maybe and slice and dice.
Nice.
Yeah, you have to.
Were you guys
have to,
running middle like once?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hard tongue.
Watch out for hard tongue.
Hard tongue coming in hot.
It was unbelievable in the middle.
It's just
I
like,
love playing middle.
Yeah.
when I was
especially on
watching the
beach.
Instagram clip, it was like, holy hell, she's in her element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Just like run the one every time.
Yeah, so we were like, I feel like through pool play, it was like we kind of figured out, okay, the one's gonna work. Like, set Emily.
Yeah.
That's our best play.
Right.
But it was like we couldn't really figure out the pin hitter situation yet. It was like,
Right.
does tempo better? Is like high ball better?
Yeah.
And the sand in pool play was super deep, so that already just messed with your
Yeah.
timing.
You guys played in different courts?
So
Throughout
they
the
did
tournament?
the whole tournament at one facility with like more deeper than Hermosa
is-
sand.
It's
Where,
the
like,
big
the-
sports facility,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
played
gnarly.
That's
there
crazy.
twice. Two of the times I was there, and then one time we were down on the bay.
Finals,
Yeah, so
finals
that's
were
where
at
the
Qatar
finals
Beach,
were, yeah.
Okay.
and that was jumpy.
Yeah. Super.
Right. That's
Yeah.
where it was this year. The FIVB.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we hit the finals, and it was like, oh, everyone's like,
jumping out
Right.
of the
But the sand is super
Yeah.
nice at the facility, right? Like
Yeah.
it's super
yeah,
clean,
perfect.
super
perfect.
clean, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely different. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hot in there. There's
Yeah.
no wind. Did you guys play at night?
I was gonna say we played at night. We only had one morning match that was at like 9:30 or 8:30.
is the hottest I've ever been in my life.
Really hot. Like, thank God we had subs because we were all just like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
so freaking hot.
If it was doubles, we would have died.
Yeah,
How was it
seriously.
compared to Bon Air? Because Bon Air was one of the
Bonaire
hotter
was really warm.
that I've played in.
Yeah, I would say it was a lot hotter than that.
A lot hotter? Good heavens.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not.
And we were playing 4v4 and we were like getting exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, heat
You got full
exhaustion.
triple.
Well,
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
our down
the rallies,
ref-
the
our-
rallies are probably longer, right?
They were in the deep sand.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. But yeah, down.
Our down ref almost passed out in the middle of our match. They had to like stop, and he had to, you know, not pass out,
Yeah.
not die from standing
Dude, you're
there.
just standing there, dude.
Yeah,
We're,
imagine, like-
we're all running around.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. I looked over at Reeves at one point, and like she sweats more than normal humans a little bit. Like I don't sweat, and I was like just a waterfall, and she literally looked like she was peeing her pants because just like so much water. I was like, oh my God.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What was the? How'd you guys find? So I mean, you four, the Snow Dogs are pretty much a set squad at this point. You got you two, which I don't even know if we introduced you guys. We got Karissa Cook and Allie Wheeler.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, my
Yeah.
bad.
Katie Spieler and Emily Hartong. And then for this one, you scooped up a Gina Urango and a Kelly Reeves. What was the recruitment process like? 'Cause I'm sure at this point there's no shortage of people who are like, weird event, yes, I'm in.
Right. Yeah. I don't even remember who asked who.
Yeah.
Also, for the people listening to audio, I'm Karissa. Our voices sound pretty similar, so
Yeah.
it might just
we
be
both
like
have like deepish
two
voice.
Santa Cruz-y girl voices. But yeah, who put this one together?
I don't know. I thought you did. No.
It might have been me. I don't
Happy
remember.
it happened
Yeah, I
though.
feel like Gina was probably an easy ad because like she was playing with Emily.
Yeah, I
Right.
think she actually might have been the one who was kind of like, let's actually do it.
Okay.
Because actually, no, I remember I was out of town because they were going to do a qualifying tournament.
That's right.
And we were like,
okay.
all right, whatever this means. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't know how many teams were signing up, so we all had to like sign up online and like prepare to this tournament. I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be there. Good luck, you guys.
Yeah, like just figure it out.
Yeah, lo and behold, like no one else signs up, of
Yeah.
course. So
Same with the guys
So-
too. Just
yeah,
go.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Squad turned out good.
Yeah,
Whoever
it
put it
was
together.
awesome.
I feel
Yeah.
like Gina is a super good like fours player, you know? Because I remember seeing her play indoors. We were at SC
Yeah.
together. She's just like slicing and dicing, good serve and solid all around player.
Super good
Like,
passer.
Passing. I was gonna
Passing.
say she was like in tempo every time and just like perfect pass. Just
Macasta's right
Timed
for
it.
that one.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Brazil especially was like really good serving team. So I feel like by the
Yeah.
end we like kind of decided like, all right, passing's our priority, or we can't set the middle,
Right.
or you're setting a pin hitter with like a double block, and you know you have like Carol Horta and Fernanda
It's like
blocking.
a-
It's like
Right.
a great, just sign your own warrant there. But yeah, so it's like, all right, who can pass? And we have like Kelly, who's won a national championship passing, Gina's unbelievable passer, Hartong in the middle hitting, and then like Allie would come in and either set or play right. I would either set or just whale a ball super far out of bounds. So. And then Katie would be our like passing / hot route sub.
Hot route.
Which-
A hot route.
She crushed a hot route, you know.
Every time.
Yes.
Never disappoints.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the hot route?
You have to ask her. She's the only one who can run them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
trade secret.
I'm picturing her just sprinting somewhere away from the block and like
You're not far
doing
off.
something else.
Far off at all.
Just run away. Hot route.
Yeah, we had a pretty good playbook for the snow volleyball team, but the terminology is not. It's not appropriate for this family-friendly podcast.
Sure.
I don't think I heard those.
So a hot route, we'll talk about them off camera.
Yeah, perfect.
So, but a hot route for us was a shoot to the pin. I don't know if it was the same for Katie.
I was thinking it was a shoot just wherever the hitter decides to run.
Yeah.
And the setter's just the quarterback, and you just kind of feel it and fling it over there somewhere.
Yeah, it was just set Katie.
Yeah.
If I heard hot
Wherever
route, I was
she-
like,
wherever she goes.
find you.
Wherever Katie is.
I
Yeah,
like that. Back row,
yeah.
pipe out of the middle.
yeah. Wherever you want it, bud.
Can anyone hit
Start it
on
up.
force?
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
No back row line.
No.
No. That would be gnarly. Can you
That'll be
imagine
interesting.
No.
Allie, I just realized something. Every time you have played an international event, you have won a gold medal. You played a one-star,
I
and
guess,
you won.
yeah.
And where'd you go?
Yeah, Liechtenstein, yeah.
And with Laura.
With
last year.
Laura, yeah.
And then you went NORCECA. First
NORCECA and
NORCECA,
Bourne.
the Laura Davis.
Yeah.
One gold. And now you go fours in Doha, world champs.
Yeah. Pretty
And
epic.
your first snow event you won too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Not a bad
On a good
international
run.
career.
Yeah, here we go. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. It's been a fun ride so far. Yeah.
When you because most of the international events you played so far, not that they're not like serious events, but they're like lower end of the spectrum. It's not like you're playing like the Rome Major or
Right.
something. Like when you look at them, do you look at it more as like I get to go travel to a really cool spot? It's gonna be a really fun experience, or are you like let's like start climbing the ladder, or is it kind of a little bit of everything?
A little bit of both, honestly. For me, I like think about it like in Liechtenstein when Laura and I were in the quali, like we were down like third set 13-12 and
Before even getting in the tournament?
yeah.
Oh my god.
And so like obviously like terrible scenario, but so we're like, all right, you know, in my head going into it, I was like, it's a win-win either way because like if you lose, you get to travel. If you win, you get to play more volleyball.
Yeah.
So then we ended up winning the tournament, so worked out pretty well.
Not bad.
But yeah, I just think of it as like, you know, like you get to see cool places and play volleyball. So
Yeah.
good scenario. But yeah,
Yeah,
still
that's-
trying to build up the points and everything though, which is a very long process.
Yeah. Because that's kind of, I'm in a pretty similar boat because like I'm leaving on a red eye for China tomorrow. But like
Right.
most of the NORCECAs I go to, I'm like, oh, this would be a fun thing to do. But I wouldn't have been able to get into China without doing all those like fun events.
Right.
And then me and Bogue actually snuck into the country quota for Mexico, which is tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's
we wouldn't
awesome.
be able to do that. So
That's
the
epic.
fun events, they do add up.
Yeah,
after a while.
exactly. Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, seriously.
That'll be fun. Do you know who you play?
We have Kalinsky and Hayden at 9, and then winner plays into Doherty and Miles Evans.
Oh, bid's yours.
Yeah, dream job.
That'll be fun.
Stars are
awesome.
easy.
Yeah. Good luck.
That'd be cool. That'd be super fun.
How does it feel going to these events, like in comparison to like a big AVP match or something? You know, like I'm just picturing myself going and being like, the morning before, I'm just like, man, whatever, let's just go have fun. I don't really care. Versus like morning before Sunday AVP or like a big 5-star or something, where you're like in the zone, like
Right.
nervous and all those fun things. What's kind of the difference for you guys?
Mindset is definitely different, I would say, at least for me. I don't know for you, but yeah, I mean, it's more just like a fun atmosphere more than like, I guess,
not like
stressful.
butterflies.
Yeah. And like nervousness kind of thing. So it's for me, but
Yeah. I think I'm bad to ask because I think slowly over time my like AVP mindset is kind of like drifted more towards the fun tournament mindset. Where
Well,
like,
whatever works for you. You kind of learning, right? What works.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like the game's already just a gift at this point for me. Like, just happy to still be playing. So
It's good. Well, and it's working
let's
for
go
you. So
have
you
fun.
wanna, if you can, the more fun you can have in preparation,
right.
the more you should do that, right?
Yeah.
If it works.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of us get stuck on like no, I have to be serious now and be all,
Exactly.
I need to probably work on that, but
I do too.
We'll see.
I think it is cool too when you approach the tournament, because I'm kind of similar to you where it's like this is going to be fun, but when you're an athlete, like the competitiveness will kick in.
Yeah, no matter what.
Even in snow, I came in and like we were just messing around, warming up, like dancing, doing whatever. But then when it's tied like 8-8 in the game to 15, you're like, all right, like let's go win this thing. It will kick in at some point.
100%.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
All of us were competing super hard in fours. You're like,
we're
but
trying
seriously, let's find a way.
It's like no questions about it.
Yeah. Some tournaments you might want it to kick in a little earlier than others.
Right.
Yes. Fair enough.
All right, it's kicking in, but I'm down 16-8.
Right. All right, in the freeze, let's do it.
Feeling it though.
You see like Taylor and Brian playing like backgammon.
Oh my god.
That's right.
They're out of control.
And then they won.
Yeah. That's them. Listen to the same 2 songs the entire trip.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
Yeah, you'll have to have them on.
What was the soundtrack?
They had Red Light, Green Light, which
I don't even know that was bad.
great song. It never got old once. That's all I'm gonna say. And then what was that one? I don't remember.
Boss. By
yeah.
Mercer.
Yeah, that never got old either.
Yeah. 2 great songs you guys should listen to.
I'll look them up.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard them already.
Probably. Yeah.
Has it been fun for you to see Brian get back? Because it's been a long process for him.
Yeah, I think he's worked harder than anyone despite not touching a ball for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I don't know, kind of seeing the frustration he had post-surgery, like you don't even know if you're going to play again when you have a couple surgeries, as gnarly as he had.
Right?
Yeah, like he neglected the shoulder one or declined the shoulder one. I think it's okay. Had a hip one that went super well, and then his knee one was like crazy experimental, really invasive, multi-year recovery. So it's like, I'm over here just like, just trying to stay afloat, like playing a little bit, and he's over there grinding every single day just to like get back to being on a court, and then he's finally getting to play, Hawaii with Rosie.
Sports at the same time.
Yeah, coming from indoor.
Which is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
We're going to pause here for a quick break to hear from our sponsors. And as always, before we get to our sponsors, just want to give a shout out to all of you who are listening. We've been doing this for a little bit more than 2 years now, so cannot appreciate you guys more. If you, anytime you share it out with your friends, whenever you subscribe, whenever you download, whenever you listen, whenever you talk about it, or just come up to us at tournaments or whatever, reach out via Instagram, Facebook, email, whatever it may be. We cannot appreciate it more. So appreciate all you guys, the listeners, and of course we do appreciate the sponsors. Without either the listeners or the sponsors, there is no show for Tri and I to have. So appreciate all of you guys. And the first sponsor, of course, goes to Wilson, who makes the best ball in the game, has always made the best ball in the game. And now that it's off season, it is definitely time to fill up on your new volleyballs. The new Wilson optics should be on sale to the general public in January. Until then, the old balls will be on discount pretty much everywhere you can find them. So if you're not picky about the type of Wilson ball you're playing, definitely load up on some older ones or wait till January. It'd be a great little belated Christmas present to whoever you need. So grab a new bag of balls at Wilson Volleyball. By far the best ball in the game, and I think you can ask pretty much any player. We've all played with the Moulton, we've played with the Mikasa, we've played with the Spalding. Wilson kicks all their butts, by far, easily. Now for sponsor number 2, the guys who keep Tri and I alive, at least our knees, Firefly Recovery. I wear these on the planes pretty much everywhere I go, so you can have some pretty gnarly travel days. Like I had a 27-hour one to a NORCECA and put on some Firefly Recoveries. I actually fell asleep with them on and woke up and my knees were feeling so good because it keeps the blood moving even though you are totally stagnant. So it just sends these little pulses of electricity to keep the blood moving, and you recover way faster. So when you get off the plane, it's not like you're totally stiff. You're way looser, and your travel time, like the amount of recovery you need after travel, reduces dramatically because you have the Firefly Recovery on.
So appreciate all those guys for keeping us healthy, for keeping our volleyball bags loaded up with brand new volleyballs. And last but not least, shout out to Pacific Coast Wealth Management. And here's our Pacific Coast Wealth Management Olympic update. Leading the Olympic race on the men's side, no shocker here, is Norway's Anders Mol and Christian Sorum, the phenoms from Norway. Number 2, the only guys who really seem to have their number a little bit is Russians Vyacheslav Krasilnikov and Oleg Stoyanovsky. Number 3, Alisson from Brazil making a comeback. Him and Bruno looked pretty brutal after Rio, but now him and Alvaro Filo are number 3 in the world in the Olympic ranks, followed by Evandro and Alisson's partner Bruno Schmidt. German wonder kids, Julius Tali and Clemens Wickler are number 5. For the American side, however, Bourne and Trevor Crabb are still leading the U.S. They are number 11 in the world, number 1 in the U.S. They have 5,960 points, and they are just above Taylor Crabb and Jake Gibb at 5,700. Our third American men's team is Phil Dahlhauser and Nick Lucena. They have 5,360 points. Now, for our Pacific Coast Wealth Management update on the women's end, this is an American-heavy ranking. So after Brazil's Rebecca Cavalcanti and Ana Patricia Silva, who have 8,800 points at number 1 in the world, we have Alex Kleinman and April Ross. Coming in at number 5 in the world rankings, Olympics-wise, are Carrie Walsh-Jennings and Brooke Sweat. Number 7, Kelly Clays and Sarah Sponsel. Number 9, Kelly Larson and Emily Stockman. And still in the race, to be totally honest, are Sarah Hughes and Summer Ross. They still have 8 finishes, so if they get 4 more, they'll get the required 12. It is an uphill battle, but they are still in the race. So that is your update from Pacific Coast Wealth Management. That is your update from the sponsors. Trying, I love all you listeners, love all you sponsors, and now we will get back to your regularly scheduled programming on SANDCAST.
Yeah, he's not going to couple AVPs right before he did the surgeries,
Right,
but
true.
like wasn't 100% healthy.
2017, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's been unbelievable to see him come back, and
Yeah.
I think he's like, just getting his teeth back into it. So.
For sure.
It's insane
Exciting.
how good he is.
Dude,
When we were warming
Tell
up
me.
before our match in Hawaii, he was like, dude, I haven't played twos volleyball since Chicago 2 years ago. He's like, I forget what to do when a guy gets a dig in twos because there's not 3 other people to set it.
this has been a story of my entire life.
Like, what?
I work every single day of my life to be good at something. He rolls out of bed, he's like, we'll try beach today, and it's so good. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, he's such a jerk. Hate love that human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I think it'll be totally okay.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting too. Like, there's a lot of partner shakeups going into next season, I think,
Oh,
besides
really?
the Olympic teams.
What's the gossip?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I know that. Honestly don't know what the new teams are, but I know there's been some breakups, and everyone's looking for that fresh meat.
I know, once
Big-
there's one breakup at the top, it's just
big
like
jack-
domino
everyone's
effect.
just like
6'7" guy who's coming off injury. He's probably gonna get picked up. It'd be cool to see him get picked up by a veteran. He's played with
Rosie in Hawaii.
Rosie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Rosie. So that's a great pickup
Yeah.
off the bat.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to
Yeah.
see him in like a full season.
Yeah, and Rosie believed him enough because he pulled Rosie into the qualifier, which hasn't happened in a minute.
So, yeah, so maybe
So they had to qualify.
they'll stick out the season together.
That'd be
I think that's a
awesome.
great pull for Rosie.
Yeah.
Teach him like some of the fundamental stuff. Teach him that he's got to set the second ball if Rosie digs it, not just like get outside.
High level
Just like
concepts.
Yeah, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Rosie was funny after because we served Brian a lot. I was like, he's got to get tired. Like,
That's
he
right,
can't
you
be in
played
that great
them.
shape. Yeah.
Oh no, he was dying. Yeah.
And Rosie afterwards came up. He's like, "Why would you serve the 6'7" All-American outside who can jump 40 on the beach when you
On
have
packed
me
sand."
setting?"
Yeah, compact sand.
Because Bjork was like Brian OT'd me 42 straight times, and that was the match. And Bjork was like, "If you just grab it and press over," I'm like, "Not getting it, Mark."
Get a little fake nails.
Not that high.
Get the extra inch.
I touched that one. It landed 4 feet in, but
I know your pain. I feel that way blocking against basically everybody.
I just looked at it and I was like, "Well, Brian, that's a good swing."
yeah.
For you.
But you have had. I loved your post the other day.
yeah.
And then Katie commented like Volley Woman of the Year, and I fully support that
Katie's
nation.
the biggest hype woman in
So
my whole
USA,
life.
if
I
you're
love her
listening,
so much.
I also nominate Karissa Cook for
Thank
Volley
you.
Woman of the Year because
I agree.
it was around this time a year ago that we went to Martinique, and
Yeah.
you won in the jungle.
The jungle on dirt. That was dirt volleyball. That's
Yep.
another
You
terrain
won
altogether.
Dirt volleyball in the jungle.
Yeah, that was
And then
wild.
You won gold medal in the snow, and then you won an
Yeah.
AVP in Austin, which congrats. And if the listeners don't know, I botched up the recording for that, so this is kind of a makeup.
Oh, it's fine. It's probably just mumbling anyways.
And then you won Pan Am's with Jace, which actually, how was that? I haven't actually really gotten a chance to talk to you about it a whole lot.
Yeah, that one was super cool. Almost a little bit like this Doha tournament, where it's like kind of a mini bootleg Olympics, but still like you have random teams that are super good. Actually, one of Brazil's players in Doha was on the Brazil team that we saw in the final. So yeah, competition was super high there too. And yeah, just like another crazy 2 weeks of being on the road in a cool country, representing the United States. And
That was in Lima, Peru?
Lima, Peru.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was besides Moscow, the coldest, well, besides the other snow ones, but, the coldest tournament
I didn't
we
realize that would be
played.
cold.
Right? I know. We were in long sleeves the whole time. So you kind of had every version of volleyball for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And-
Pan Am's was unbelievable.
And what was there was 200 some event, or I forget what Mark said. It was an opening ceremony. It was full on games, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the opening ceremony was televised. My mom was
That's awesome.
texting me you got to stand on the right side so I can see you. Yeah, full on medals, everything. It was as close to the Olympics as I plan on seeing, and it was just so neat. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. And then you followed that up with your world champ win in Doha,
Doha.
and just an awesome year on the AVP too.
Yeah.
Coming in, were you I don't know, because I remember talking to you on our snow trip. And you're I don't really know who I'm playing with. We got our mascot coming in.
Pupper.
Oh, what's up?
Hi, cutie. Hi. Hello. You want to sit with the girls?
Come here. I remember talking to you in snow, and you're yeah, I don't really know who I'm playing with. I might be in the qualifier. I don't know. And then you and Jace get together and immediate success.
Yeah. I mean, I think this year was just hi. Smells my dog. Sorry. I think this year was kind of went into it with a lot of uncertainty, but I don't know. I think I did in that silly Instagram post was my only two goals were to not get burned out basically, and just be really conscious of my limits and not trying to do too much because I thought I had to. And sorry if I'm stuttering, I have a dog in my lap, which is my favorite. And then just to play with really good people. So it was Jace and I had an awesome time. I thought we clicked super well on the court.
Yeah.
Had so much fun off the court too. And then our snow crew was unbelievable. And then to add on two more players that were so fun to hang with,
Yeah.
and Kelly and Gina. It's oh my God, I had 7 cool partners this year. So I think the getting slightly more points than opponents and winning stuff was cool, but that was the cherry on top to the other two goals.
I love when you describe just getting slightly more opponents and winning. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, because we all know, there's so many times, kind of your Liechtenstein tournament, where you won that tournament, but you were 2 points away from going home, not even qualifying,
Right.
and having a sad, oh, I got to go drink wine in a foreign country post, as opposed to gold medal.
Right.
So, I don't know. I was try to just think about it's not really about if I won. Winning helps. It makes everything way more fun.
Yeah,
Definitely
for
preferable
sure.
to win. But at the end of the day, it's I can't control that because, the person I'm playing might just ball out, and good on them.
Yeah.
So, just have a bunch of cool partners.
Is there
Yeah.
a highlight, one highlight this year that you can even pinpoint?
I think Doha is just so fresh in my mind that
Yeah.
was really cool. But no, it was it was just a pretty awesome year overall.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And
A lot
you
of
got
fun moments.
engaged.
And we got engaged.
Congrats.
Whirlwind. Yeah, I didn't have to do any work for that. I just said, what? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
That was the easy win.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say no. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to kind of alluded this in that same post you referenced, but I want to just do nothing for the next 2 months and process.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, what's off season looking like for you guys, if no weird events pop up?
Yeah.
Yeah, if no weird events pop
was
up,
gonna
which
say.
I hope they do, but yeah, I'm just still training, still getting after it. Running a lot as well. I like to run during the off season, so been traveling a little bit. Yeah, it's good.
Are you going anywhere?
Yeah, I'm going to Paris and Prague with my mom and sister.
When are you going to Paris?
December, beginning of December.
Okay, I'm going at the end of December.
Oh.
Dang it.
Dang it. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. And yeah, just doing that.
Yeah. And are you, like, because you kind of popped around between defense and blocking and split blocking.
Right.
Are you trying to, like, focus on one position, or do you kind of, like...
Yeah, I'm hoping to split block this upcoming season. It's hard to find some split blockers out there, though. But I'm working a lot more on defense as well, so...
Yeah.
It's
kind of my
crazy we
game
have
plan.
so many split blockers in one room right now.
That's true.
Wild.
Wild.
Rare breed.
Yeah.
I'll just stay at the net.
Yeah.
I don't know. We saw your defense the other day. Like, smooth.
Good Halloween costume.
You'll be a defender
So
for
funny.
Halloween.
Felt so bad for Jessica after she's like, hey, like, I need someone to sub in. We're playing Sarah and Kelly. And that was, like, my first day back training after, like, 2 weeks off. And, like, I'm terrible at defense as it is. Shanked at least, like, 200 balls. Like, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Right in fire.
Like, Jess, I'm so sorry. These are, like, perfect blocks. They're just picking on me. So. And we have Sarah and Kelly coming in like 20 minutes, so they're just going to keep
nice.
bullying me.
Nice.
Perfect.
Do you think is split blocking becoming more common? Do you guys think? Because, like, I don't know, Karissa, you were a full-time blocker for the last couple of years with Katie, and then you and Jace split, which I don't think Jace was a split blocker either before.
No. Yeah, and I kept trying to talk her out of split blocking because I feel like you on defense sometimes where I'm like, I should not be back here. Just send me to the net.
Too much space.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta run? Oh my God. But yeah, no, we started split blocking, especially in the long tournaments. It's like such an advantage, you know? Like, I think Austin, a big part of us, you know, doing so well was like, we just kind of outlasted the heat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if split blocking's on the rise. But
Yeah,
it seems like the
it.
college game has a lot of it.
Yeah, and I like it too because you're not that you're not fully engaged when you're like only a blocker and only a defender, but I feel like when you're doing both, you're just always in the play, and like you can just like always be engaged fully, and so.
You're never like screwed if one person gets caught at the net.
Right.
And you don't have
Exactly.
your blocker running like a ridiculous distance to
Yeah,
get the,
exactly.
the net late.
That's the part I forget when I go and like block in practice. I'm like, oh, I gotta go get there. Okay.
Like, oh god.
Son of a gun.
If I went back to blocking full time, I would definitely forget to go up there. Like,
Oh
a
yeah.
lot.
We'll just dig. Don't worry about it.
No one up? Yeah, that works. For sure. I don't think it's gotten more popular on the men's side though, right? There hasn't.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of just
think,
been me and Trev, and
yeah.
and then
Who
a
else?
few
Pretty much
international
everyone's.
teams.
Yeah. And the Latvians have done it
Latvians
forever,
have-
and Spain's done it forever.
Yeah,
But that's kind of it.
yeah, I think so.
I always feel like it's weird to play against a split blocking team though because the defensive looks are so different. I feel like there's kind of a little built-in advantage there. Like I know just like you block so differently than I block, so differently than like a Jace blocks. So we're just like, I don't know, you put any two of us three together and be like,
It's hard to get
Whoa,
into
this
a
is
rhythm,
different. Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Trevor and I are like opposite styles on defense and blocking. Like he's gonna be more reading, and I'm like kind of trying to jump all over the place and do whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's more shifty, and I do the same thing on defense, and he does the same thing on defense.
That's
So
funny. That's
we're
like
getting
us,
like the opposite looks every
Yeah.
Jace
time.
and I as well.
Yeah.
Like just moving way too much.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
doing it right.
Exactly. We need to like both come and meet in the middle this year.
Yeah.
It's been our plan.
Yeah.
See if it works.
One of the things that you brought up too that I'm kind of curious about with you guys is because Try's mentioned how he's only getting half the reps that he used to get because he used to be like full 2 hours of blocking reps or like a full 2 hours of defensive reps. Do you guys find that to be like tough to balance? Do you ever feel like you're lacking in defense because you only had an hour's worth of defensive reps or whatever it may be?
I think, yeah, for me at least, I am transitioning to playing more defense, so I definitely am behind on that. So as of right now, I'm just lacking in defense. So, but
Did you split in college with
I split my last year, but before that, I was playing as a blocker behind Nicolette Martin,
Okay.
or in front, yeah. So, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. Like, haven't really played that much defense since college as well. So
Yeah.
like first
Picked it
couple
up pretty
turning,
quick.
I don't know about that. I got hit with the ball enough.
Your second tournament, you only won
Right
your first
spot.
AVP.
I do not think that was due to my defensive prowess. We'll put it that way. So yeah, still figuring it out. But I don't know. I feel like it like makes your game more well-rounded. I know sometimes when I would be in the situations of like just getting block reps, it's kind of easy to like zone out when you're on practice 5 of the week and you're like, all right, still blocking.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're doing both,
Yeah.
you're just like you
Always
said,
engaged, yeah.
always engaged, just a little fresh.
Yeah.
I'm too ADD. to
Spices
just
it
do
up a
that.
little bit.
It's way more fun. And I think as beach players, like we're the players who have transitioned out of indoor for a reason. We like love having a well-rounded game, and the game's sort of for some people is going into like being more specialized. And for me, and it sounds like for you guys too, it's just like more fun.
Yeah.
Just to like
Yeah, totally.
like it pissed me off when like Hayden's getting all these defensive reps, and I would talk to the guys. You know, I'm always running my mouth, and just being like, I could do that. I could throw me back on D, just give me a shot. But then we do like one play or something, and then they give me shit because I don't get it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't been back here in 3 years.
Yeah.
I swear I could do it. So now I finally get to prove myself.
Yeah.
And but it's just more fun. But I do, like Travis was saying, like I for sure feel like I'm missing reps at the net or something, you know, like because I was very like I need to get my touches, get my hands on the ball blocking, make sure they're in the right spot, or else I'm like seeing the right thing but my hand's not going to the right spot.
Totally.
And I feel like now I have to get twice as many reps because I don't, you know, half practice I'm playing defense, so it's interesting, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
So it's way more fun if you have the right partner.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I have a great time on defense. Don't get me wrong. I laugh a lot.
Defense is like your therapy. It's like, I've got fun.
Like when I'm blocking, I'm like actually trying to like get better, and I get super frustrated. And like when I shank like my 87th ball, I'm just like, yeah, I'll get the 89th.
Love it. Actually, bringing it back to the fours, I thought that was a really fun part of the defense. Was like, it was kind of indoory where you get to just be set up on the block, and you're like, oh, I have you and maybe kind of you. Like, I don't know. You're not like tracking a hitter and maybe an option and having to like run
Not as many
fakes.
variables.
Yeah,
in a way.
We were just blocking ball too for the most part. So it was like, no, I just gotta go get it.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of freedom.
So did you guys have like what 2 on the outside and a middle?
Yeah,
for
we kind of,
controlling?
to use indoor terminology, to go back in time a million years, we kind of did like a bunch read. So we're both a little in, like splitting the difference, blocking.
Okay.
So we could both block the middle because, you know, Fernanda in the middle, she's a pretty good hitter.
Above average.
Yeah, above average, to say the least. She put it on a highlight reel in pool play.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, okay, we need 2 on her, and then the other 2 we kind of like, if we could send 2, we would.
Yeah.
Because they were running kind of medium offense. And if not, then we just have 1 blocker, and then you just try to get in front of it.
Yeah.
But I think everybody got a lot of blocks in all the
Yeah.
matches because of that.
Yeah. We just had 2 up, so we didn't have like 3 up and like 1 back or something absurd like that.
Yeah.
Or like pulling off. So
Yeah.
I thought it worked out well.
Pull to get the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's
It's
fun. It's like the perfect little combination between indoor and beach. You still get to be
Yeah.
super free and creative, but you get that like team
The
vibe again,
camaraderie
right?
for sure. Yeah.
That's
I think that was
awesome.
something we were saying.
Yeah.
Being back on a team was really fun.
It was
like a
epic.
big team.
I bet. Especially because you guys were with the guys a lot, I'm assuming, too. And that was, like, such a fun crew. Just with Taylor and Brian and the McKibbins and Casey and Troy, who just looks like he was just boogieing the entire time.
Yeah, you have to force them to have fun. It's too bad. But we, like, didn't see them that much because we were kind of on the morning schedule the first few days because we had a morning match and morning practices. So we had to, like, kind of battle through that. And then they were on, like, a super late schedule. Mostly, I think, because Troy brought his Switch, so they were playing video games till, like, 3 in the morning.
Yep.
So both just, like...
They were like going to bed at 3 a.m., waking up at 11.
Yeah,
It
we're-
was,
On purpose. Just don't switch the time zone.
yeah, pretty much.
And all of us had one morning where I think I woke up at, like... This is probably, like, morning number 2 or 3. I woke up at, like, 3 in the morning just awake, you know, because of jet lag. It was, like, 10 hours difference?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah, so 10 hours difference. I wake up at 3 in the morning and, like, open Instagram, obviously. Like, one of Kelly's photos and immediately get a text from her. Are you awake? All caps. I'm jazzed. So that became, like, one of our jokes. And then you turned out to be awake.
Yeah, we were all awake pretty much at the same time. And then,
Yeah.
like, come around, like, 5:30, we all get, like, coffee, and
Yeah,
we're
we
all
all-
just like
We had
wide
a team
awake,
meeting
just
in,
wired.
Hard talking in Kelly's room at like 4 a.m. Like, well, now what do we do?
It's crazy, yeah, when you're like, you've been up for like 2.5 hours and you're like, wow, it's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I just got myself to 5.
Yeah.
It's still really early.
Just
Yeah.
trying to stay awake till sunset at like 5:30 p.m. to go to bed.
Yeah, it's brutal. Sometimes I'll do the wake up, get up, go to the lobby, whatever, hang out, maybe even have breakfast. Back in the room by like 6, and then you try to sleep again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you hit like, it's like a nap time.
Yeah.
And you end up waking up at 8 o'clock, so it seems
It's
normal. Yeah.
I feel like we made the mistake of one of those mornings. I think it was that same morning.
Oh
We went to
yeah.
like this coffee shop. It was 24-hour coffee shop, like right next to our hotel, and it made, no joke, the strongest coffee I've ever had in my entire life. And we've drank coffee all over the world at this point with all these silly trips. It was insane. So, and you got, tell me what you got.
Hardtong and I got these. Well, okay, Hardtong ordered them, but it was these large cappuccinos. I swear, it was a bowl, just a bowl.
It had 2
coffee.
handles.
2 handles,
Handle on both
just so
sides.
much caffeine to the face. It was gnarly.
I think Hardtong was sitting there, and she's like, I don't really feel it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my god, she's like
Shaking.
I gotta
She's
go.
like, I have to wait. I have to go.
Full body twitching, sprints out of the coffee shop.
I can see Hardtong doing that too.
Yeah.
Feeling it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, all
it
the
was
boys
so
were
funny.
just like eating pre-workout without water. And
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was just
Sounds
getting
like
weird.
Sounds like Casey was on the trip.
Yep.
Exactly. I think
Boys.
I think that and the hair cutting for them
Oh,
was
oh
my
Casey
gosh.
That
inspired.
was hilarious.
It was cute.
It's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I gotta ask, how was Qatar? Like, there's a lot of talk about not bringing women out there on those kind of trips. When I first went out, it was like kind of a big deal. Like, oh, we can't even bring our women trainers. But then as I went the next few years, it was like, oh no, a lot of teams are bringing coaches. It doesn't seem that weird, except for the ladies dressed as ninjas.
Right.
How was it for you guys, like being out there, a group of girls in a female event? I'm surprised they even had a female event.
Right. Honestly, I felt like completely safe and everything, and like I really enjoyed it. I mean, the only down part was like we had to like cover our knees and shoulders, so it was really hot. But I mean, it was
While playing?
no. So while we were playing, we wore swimsuits,
Right.
and then like around the area, we could wear shorts and like t-shirts, whatever. But when we were like walking around, we had to wear like pants and like t-shirts.
They're
So
like in 95-degree desert
Yeah.
heat. Hey, put your pants on.
yeah,
Still,
but like
still in Doha mode.
still in Doha.
Yeah.
Like, I never left apparently, but
Yeah, I was a little resistant going there because
Same.
obviously it's so different than our
Yeah.
culture, and it's hard not to kind of like get your hackles up being told what
Right,
to wear and
exactly.
like how to behave. But I don't know. I felt like super safe the entire time, like you said. Like I feel
Right.
like people were extremely respectful and nice.
so respectful. Yeah,
I don't know, and I think like especially competing as a woman there. For all of us, I think Gina wrote a really good article for ADP about this.
Oh.
I don't know if it was on P1440 also, but
Just AVP.
okay, yeah, totally worth a read. But I think she did a good job of recapping. Like, I think anytime that we can represent our gender and our country and like just be a positive force for representation there, I thought it was really cool. And I thought in our finals, granted he was just getting there early to watch the men's match because Qatar played USA in the finals for men. But the chic of the country did get to see some of our match.
No
So
way.
yeah.
yeah,
And
just,
he
you
was
Katie,
yeah.
spreading the love.
Katie
Yeah.
told me that he was super like welcoming to you guys
So
too. 'Cause you was
welcoming.
like standing room only, and
He, like, brought us down
this isn't how we treat our
chairs and
guests, like,
everything,
you guys need to
like-
have like seats.
yeah.
That's
That was
great.
that was immediately after though the local police tried to kick us out.
That's true.
We were just like standing there looking at him like we don't understand to like not get kicked out because we want to
Yeah.
watch the guys.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then I think the sheik saw something of that sort and was like, fix it. So
Big,
then we
big
went
dog
this
move,
is-
but
yeah.
she-
total big dog move. Yeah. So we're like, oh, we love this country.
Like,
They're
wow,
really
this is great.
nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just cool to see like how many because like you guys would not go to Doha normally. I would think.
No.
Just
No.
a random guess.
No.
You guys have done like so many cool places.
I was just gonna say, all for our guests, all the FIVBs are men-only events.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
For now.
we've heard of, for now.
Maybe
exactly.
we'll switch.
Sounds like you took a step in the right direction with this one.
And we will take all credit if they do switch. That's all us.
There we go.
So you're welcome, future.
No dog desert queens.
I'm mostly kidding, sorry.
What's been like the coolest off-court thing that you guys have done or seen? Maybe it's getting jazzed off the coffee bowls, or just treat days in Venice. It could be whatever.
Oh man.
I'll use a second because I want to piggyback off the Venice comment.
Yeah.
Treat days in Venice was unbelievable. That was our Alps trip with the 2 snow tournaments.
That was unreal.
For anyone who maybe missed that episode, we got like a few days to go and explore, and we ate all the treats all over Venice. Venice is the best place in the world. It was awesome. Bringing that to Doha, though, there is a place in Doha called the Pearl, which is like this man-made island, more or less, or like kind of, I don't know, isthmus. I don't know what it's called, but they made it, and it's like just a bunch of $1 million yachts and like high-rise buildings, luxury apartments, like super, just this testament to like what money can build in the desert.
Yeah.
And within it, there's this section, and I don't remember what it was called, but we went one morning, and it was literally like they recreated Venice. Like they had a Grand Canal, all the buildings were cute and painted. They had that, tall bridge that spans, but it was all kind of miniaturized.
Yeah.
And we went at like 8:30 in the morning to 10 in the morning, and it was
Empty.
hotter than hell. So it was completely empty. So we're like, we made some videos and we're like walking around basically what felt like Venice
this.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the zombie apocalypse version. And super hot.
Would you say you're like, if you like Venice but don't like people?
That would have been your place.
Would have been the move.
Yeah. So Venice 1.0 and Venice 2.0. Those
Okay.
are mine for
Yeah.
sure.
That was
Hot
epic.
Venice.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Gosh, I have no idea, honestly. There's just been like different places where like there's just been different memories that I've had that have been all epic, so I can't choose just one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody went sand duning?
I really wanted to so badly, but we just didn't have the time.
You
It
had
was
a connection and everything.
yeah, like I had the hookup and everything, but
From the
didn't
front
happen.
desk and all
yeah.
that. We unfortunately we had time to go sand duning this last time. It was pretty rad.
Yeah, did you guys do the falconing
sketchy.
too, or is that what they call
No,
it?
but
Falcons?
there was falcons out there. You drive out like 40 minutes. You meet there's this group of like people with like these tents, and there's tea. You go sit and have tea
Oh, that's awesome.
right on the edge of the desert, kind of, and then you just start charging through the giant sand dunes, and they're like
That's epic.
legitimate in like Toyota 4Runners. Like the whole thing's on like 45-degree angles, and you think if someone else was driving, I'd be like, we're gonna flip right now. I'd be screaming, but like for some reason these guys know how to angle it, so where you're
Oh my
like the
God.
car's sliding down the dunes sideways while going, and they're kind of just holding it at the right, and you're like pinned against the window, like it's super sketchy.
Kind of glad we didn't have time now. Sounds like my nightmare.
It is, but it's pretty rad. And they deflate the tires, so they're super soft, and they catch on the
nice.
sand. And then you go out to like, it's like this, was it Saudi Arabian?
Yeah, I heard
what country
that.
is it? Yeah, the
Saudi
border
Arabia,
or whatever.
yeah.
So I actually went body surfing, small waves.
wow.
But
Way to just bag on the waves really quick.
Small waves.
It's whatever.
in case you guys are going on a surf trip, I wouldn't choose Saudi Arabia.
Endless summer.
I like to like try to catch a wave in as many countries as I can, so that's why I had to
That's
jump in. I'm
awesome.
like, it's big enough
That's
to catch.
awesome.
But I didn't want people picturing like I'm just getting these sick barrels and like body surfing in Saudi Arabia.
It's an audio medium. Paint your picture,
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then you can see Saudi Arabia like across the bay. You don't really go there, but that's a cool experience for sure.
That's awesome.
Next time.
Is that
Next
where
time.
like the desert just like hits the ocean?
Yeah, it's
And it's like the
legit
only
like
place like that.
sand as far
Wild.
as you can see, and then like even when you go in the water to swim, it like drops off right away.
Whoa,
So it's pretty rad. Yeah.
that'd been cool.
Did you go on camels too? Or no?
Yes, we did. The camels are by the tents, and
Oh,
you can like pay them, and then they walk you
okay.
like 100 yards and back, and you're like, wow, I'm
okay.
such a sucker, but that's what
Had to do it.
And I got pictures of it.
How to do it. Do it for the photo.
We're still jealous. It's fine.
That's so funny.
Yeah, good times.
For sure. I mean, you
That's
guys
great.
have had plenty of good times this year.
Oh yeah.
I think is it resting? Is it off season officially now though?
Officially. For me personally,
Yeah.
yes. I was not joking about I'm only playing short court for the next month,
fours, of
maybe.
course.
And fours.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Gotta add in
fours.
fours.
I did get a text from Nancy about playing fours.
I did.
Don't want to brag, but yeah, we gotta all get back in on that.
100%.
That's great.
Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Congrats, world champs.
Yeah.
Champs.
Carissa, like 15th different world champion title this year.
Of obscure sports only, yeah, with the asterisk at the end of it. We'll take it though.
Your sports world champion.
Yeah, the
We should
Ocho.
do a SANDCAST Awards show.
Oh, like the
We're all dressed
Pokies.
up.
Like the Pokies.
The Pokey Awards.
but the-
SANDCAST Awards.
Oh, we can
Yeah.
do
I like it.
We will.
that. All right, we're
Can we have trophies?
We
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
We'll have like a bunch of guests just like behind the camera, like filtering
Just
in
come on in.
to give the awards. So we can
Have a little
barbecue
spiel
here
and
in the
everything.
background.
Oh, we're in. That sounds great.
That's awesome.
That's a good
SANDCAST
idea.
Dundee Pokey Awards.
Alright, we'll work on the name, but stay tuned for that, folks.
Well, we do ask our guests one question at the end of each episode, which is if you had to give advice to an up-and-coming beach volleyball player, what would that one piece of advice be?
I can't remember what I said last time, so I will just try to go super different or different than what I probably would have said, and just say yes to fun opportunities. Because I think if I had, like you brought up, Katie tricking me into going on NORCECA trips last year, 2 years ago, my default mode is to like be an inside cat, and I love that, and can stay in my house for like weeks on end. So had I not surrounded myself with people who made me say yes to fun trips, I think we wouldn't have got to go on all these cool experiences. So
Yeah.
either say yes yourself or just find pushy friends who make you have fun.
I thought you were going to say yes to the dress.
Oh, yeah.
Before you were saying how much you love the dress shopping.
See, I think it's like say no to the dress, so I get to keep like drinking
Ooh.
champagne and trying on dresses.
Got it.
Sounds like a good plan.
Got it.
I would agree with that as well, like saying yes, but also just like have fun and keep playing, like even if it's obscure sports like what we've been doing, but like just having fun and playing, it really just, it's great. Yeah.
Love it.
I love it. The Snow Dog Desert Queens of Weird.
Yes.
Great hanging out with you guys. Great to
Yeah,
see
thanks
you
for
guys.
having us.
I think half my international trips have included, more than half have included at least one of you two.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
I feel kind of betrayed when you go on a trip without me,
I'm already
honestly.
missing you guys in China.
Oh, good luck. That'll
Yeah.
be fun. Yeah, I'll listen to SANDCAST after that.
It'll be a fun one.
You've been to China enough. It'll be a
I've been to this event.
Yeah, so I won it last year.
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm going to stick with my win and let you go have fun on that one.
So generous of you.
Good luck.
All right, guys.
All right. Take it easy.